Welcome to the Medicare Navigator, the podcast that helps you steer through the complex world of Medicare with clarity and confidence. Whether you're enrolling for the first time, managing ongoing care, or helping a loved one, we're here to help you break it all down and point you in the right direction. I'm Alexandra Abity, your guide on this journey, and each week we'll tackle real questions, demystify Medicare myths, and explore tips to make smarter, stress-free choices. Let's chart your course together. Return of the Medi-Cal asset test. Today we are talking about a change coming to Medi-Cal that could impact thousands of seniors in California. That is the return of the asset test in 2026. If you thought the days of Medi-Cal looking at your savings, your investments, your real estate holdings were gone, think again. This change means that some people who qualify for Medi-Cal now will not qualify next year. What is Medi-Cal? First, let's start by clarifying what Medi-Cal is. Medi-Cal is California's Medicaid program providing free or low-cost healthcare coverage for individuals with limited income, including many seniors who are also on Medicare. It is referred to as Medi-Medi or dual eligible when an individual is enrolled in Medicare and also qualifies for Medi-Cal. Historically, qualifying for Medi-Cal was not just based upon your monthly income. You also had to pass an asset test. That means that they looked at what you own, from cash to certain property, to determine eligibility for Medi-Cal benefits. What changed in 2024? In January 2024, California removed the asset test from most Medi-Cal programs. That was huge. It meant that even if you had savings, investments, or other resources, you could still qualify for Medi-Cal as long as your income met the limits. The idea was to make it easier for people to qualify, especially older adults. This way they could maintain some savings for emergencies without losing their healthcare coverage. The 2026 shift. What's happening? Here's the twist. The asset test is returning in 2026. Lawmakers passed a temporary removal, not a permanent one. That means that starting January 1st, 2026, Medi-Cal will once again be looking at your total assets in order to determine eligibility for Medi-Cal. What does that mean in numbers? As of January 1st, seniors will have to stay under $130,000 in assets for an individual and $195,000 in assets for a married couple, not counting things like your home or one car. Why this matters for seniors? This change matters because Medi-Cal helps with so much. Paying Medicare premiums, covering copayments and deductibles, and in some cases, paying for long-term care. Losing it could mean hundreds in additional expenses out of your pocket every single month. If you have Medi-Cal now, you may not qualify in 2026 if your assets are over the limit, even if your income remains exactly the same. That's why knowing the rules ahead of time is key. Planning ahead. So what can you do? Here are a few planning tips. 1. Know your assets. Take stock of your savings, retirement accounts, and anything else that might count towards that asset limit. 2. Understand what doesn't count. Your home, one car, personal items, and some burial plans don't count towards the limit. 3. Talk to a professional early. Elder law attorneys and Medi-Cal planning experts can help restructure your assets if needed. 4. Don't panic, plan. Making big financial changes too quickly can do more harm than good. Start with information before action. And remember that the earlier you prepare, the smoother the transition will be. Here's the bottom line. Medi-Cal is reintroducing the asset test in 2026, and that could affect whether or not you qualify. The more you understand now, the better you can protect your coverage. This isn't about scaring anybody. It's about making sure you're ready. If you have questions about this change coming in 2026, or you want to make sure that you will still qualify, give us a call. And if you found today's episode to be helpful, please share it with a friend because we all know somebody that could use a heads up about all of this. Thanks for listening to the Medicare Navigator. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you next time.